Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'm going to be showing you how to play the rhythm part, Keith's part, to Sittin' on a Fence, which once again is from the Flowers album in 1967. This is a lot easier than the lead part. I've already covered the lead part, and I'll put a link somewhere so you can go to that if you haven't already. But this should be pretty simple. I've also got a tab that I did that also includes the rhythm part, not just the lead, and I'll have that in the description below. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so there's really only two difficult parts to the rhythm part, and it's the introduction and it's the outro. The rest is just kind of knowing the chords to play. So I'll do a quick rundown of the intro here, and it should sound something like this. A little bit to unpack there, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So first of all, capo on the 6th fret here. For the lead parts, we had them on the 4th, but for the rhythm, we're going to put it on the 6th. It makes it a little easier to play. You're going to want a G chord shape here. And by the way, in my tab that I wrote, all the chords and stuff, they're written for a capo on the 6th. So G chord shape here, and you're going to want to have it so your ring finger is on the 3rd fret, middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then your pinky finger is on the 3rd fret of the high E string. That's because you're going to want to use this index finger to make the G add 4 chord later, which is essentially just pressing down the 1st fret of the B string. So alright, so starts off by going so you're going 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the A string, open D, and then 3rd fret on the E string. So after that you hit the G string, high E string, 3rd fret, and then that's when you hit the 1st fret of the B and pull off. And then after that you go into kind of an A shape where you do 2nd fret of the G string, and then the 5th fret of the high E string, pull off, and then back to that 2nd fret. 2nd fret of the B string. So 2nd of the G, 5th on the E, open E, 2nd fret of the B. Then you go back to that G shape, and you go 3rd fret of the E string, 2nd of the A, and then you do the 3rd fret of the high E string, then open B. Oops. Then you do that 3rd fret again, then high E string again on 3rd fret, and then you do that pull off of the 1st fret on the B to open. And then after that you go into the, which is just 3rd fret of the A string, open D, 2nd fret of the A string, open D, then both open, then 3 2 3 on the E string. All right, and then you go into G chords. And then you're pressing down at the end of that on the 1st fret of the B string to get that C add, or the G add 4. And then you hold that down. So alright, and that's the intro for you right there. And then the rest of the song is just kind of knowing the chords to play. So I'll go through those for the verse and the chorus. And then I'll show you the outro, which is kind of the other difficult bit like that. Alright, so for verse 1, once again, capo on 6th fret. You have C chord is what you start off with. Then you go to a D7. Play it again. And then to a G. So it goes, since I was young, I've been very hard to please. And that's that strumming pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And an emphasis on that second one, so. That's a strumming pattern. So you have that C, D7, D7, G. And then for the second line, and I don't know wrong from right, you start off with the C. Go back to that D7. And then you go to a G. Then G7. And then you play the C for the but there's one thing I could never understand. And then you go to the D7 for that last verse, or for the last line of the verse. So all together it goes. And that's it for the verse. All the verses follow that same chord pattern. Thankfully, it's a lot simpler than the lead part. So now I'll show you how to do the chorus. So for the chorus, it's pretty simple. You start off with a G chord, go to a C, D, then D7, and it's basically the same strumming pattern. Again. You can say I got no sense. And then after that you go to a G chord. Then you go to an A. D. G. So. And then you finish it off with a C, D7 to a G. And then you fluctuate between the G and the G add 4, which is basically using your index finger to get that first fret on the B string. So from the top. So, let me see here, just checking my notes. After this, you have verse 2, which is the same as verse 1. Chorus 2, which is the same as chorus 1. And then you have the solo, which oddly enough, I could be wrong, but I listened to this a bunch of times. It sounds like he's just going, instead of going through like the verse like you normally would, so the lead part is like the verse, it follows that, but the rhythm part sounds like he's just going on the G add 4. So it sounds like he's going 3 G add 4s in a row, and then ending the bar on the just regular G, and then he's doing for the next one, he does 2 G add 4s in a row, a G and a G7. So, you know, so from the top. And then after that, it goes into the regular C and then D7. And then goes into chorus 3. So I'm pretty sure that's how he plays the solo, but if in doubt, I guess play it like the verse. And then after that, you have after the solo, chorus 3, which is the same as, you know, in terms of chords as the other choruses. And after that, you have the bridge, which is no guitars. And I think I said in the other video, I was really tempted to make to put the keyboard part in there, the harpsichord part in there, but I kind of opted out to save some time. But you know, if you wanted to play the chords, it's just the same as the verse. Then after that, you have the chorus, and then you go into the outro, which is kind of the last difficult part of this. I'll do a quick run through the outro right here. Alright, a lot of that is very similar to the intro. The first part, same thing, 2, 3 on the A string, then an open D and 3rd fret on the E string. And you get that G string again, then 3rd fret on high E string, and instead of doing the 1st fret on the B string and pull off to an open, you just do the open B. And then the A is exactly the same as the other one. So 2 on the G, 5 on the high E, open high E, and then 2 on the B. And then you go back to this G chord shape and you do 3, 2. 3 on the E and 2 on the A, and then you do 1 on the B and 3 on the high E. Oops. And then you do 3 again on the low E, 3 on the high E, and then open B. Then you do 3, 2 again, and then you go 3, 1 on the B string, 3, 2 again, then 1st fret of the B string, and then open G twice. And so for the last part, you do 3 on the high E string, hammer on from 1 to 3 on the B string, open G, and then you finish on that 3rd fret of the high E string. And that's it. Alright, so now you have the rhythm part, you have the lead part, you got the tab. You should have everything you really need to play Sittin' on a Fence, so you just kind of got to stick to it as you learn each of the parts. But if you made it this far, good job, good work. I appreciate you watching these videos, so good luck and have fun playing this one.